When your new buck that you drove all the way to Georgia to get won't stay in the pasture, what do? What do? You put up a fence, inside a fence. We're adding an electric fence inside our already woven wire. Not sure where he's getting out. This has been Midnight's timeout. He's been in timeout overnight. Yeah, what do you say for yourself? What you got to say for yourself? Since we've used the donut insulators on the end, the one thing about that is you've got to use the running end to make it through the insulators. So Kobe's going to use this end and I'm going to start backing up a little bit. We'll kind of stretch out wire together. You'll see it work. Start at the top. We'll come back and put it on the post later. We'll just get the wire run out first. Yeah. Like I say, the reason we have to do it this way is to get it through the donuts. And we'll come back and worry about the insulators on the post later. We're not really worried about those too much right now. So far, so good. Enough to make the first round, and I hope so. Oh no, we might. Before you tie it off, hold on a second. Are we gonna make it? Can we make it? Oh, we still got some more. It's just got caught. Are we gonna make it? Ha.
We'll make it.
We'll make it. Can you believe it? Perfect.
Nothing left to spare.
Nothing left to spare. All right, go ahead and tie yours. And then we will kind of pull this tight. Just sort of snug it, and then we'll put it on all insulators and see how it's gonna do. You can always come back and tighten it up later. I'm going to add another post right here. I'm going to add another post right here just because the way I drove these posts, it's a little offset. If you hadn't seen the video on this little post driver, especially with these fiberglass posts, man, it works great. So you can give that a look and see what you think. I'll leave a link up here to that video so you can check it out after you watch this one. Hey, if you guys have got any ideas on how to keep a goat in better than what I'm doing here, I'm open for all suggestions. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you think this is going to work or if you think it's not going to work. I know I want the fence hot right off the bat so that when he does get shocked, that he doesn't want to get close to it anymore. So that's our plan, to really make it nice and hot. You've already made it around before I got this one in?
Yeah.
Dang. I'm smart. I didn't have to walk as far. I just took my time and talked to the camera. Let Toby do the work. So let's see, I think we need to tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
One thing I really like about this poly wire is the ease of tightening, and I'll show you what I mean. We'll come down here and make us a loop in the wire. back. Well, I didn't give us enough, did I? Make our loop. Sometimes it takes some adjusting because you don't really know how tight you need to make it. And we'll probably have to go around the edges and, you know, tighten it up as we go along the sides to make it tight, because it doesn't slide good through all of the insulators. But we'll make a wire, we'll make a loop in the wire. Maybe I didn't go too far this time. Sometimes I do that when I adjust, I go too far. Alright. So when you run through your loop, it's kind of like, I don't remember the name of that knot, but you can pull it tight. Then you can always unloosen the knot and tighten it more if you need to. Alright, so that's row 1. What do you think? Think you'll stay in?
I hope so.
I hope so too. I got to show you the hard-working farm dog here. Say hey, Cash. He's keeping my camera case good and secure. We'll do this 3 more times. I know we don't have enough wire, but we've got some on the way. So now we're running the second wire just like the first one. So we're going to show you how to do this connection. So you have 3 braids in this rope of poly roping. So we're going to unwind those. And then around each of those ropings we have 2 sets of wires. So there's 1 set. Got it out of the way. And then there's 1 around the black wire. Right, so there's the other 2 wires. Actual wires that do the electrifying. And then lastly we have 2 in this last yellow one. So there. Right, so there's 1 set. There's 2 sets. And then here's the 3rd set. So now what we have is all 6 of those wires that the electricity runs through in the poly wire together. We're going to roll them up. Alright, so now we have something that looks like that. So we'll get to the other side, we'll do that again, and then I'll show you how we're going to connect them. So you can see now I've done the other side just like the last one that I showed you on video. We got just the wire here, just the wire here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put those 2 wires together. Now that is a lot of work. Some people just run it, you know, around each other, inside, run the rope around each other, and I've done that too. I don't know if it's better or worse or what, but for this goat we're wanting to make sure this fence is super hot and we're not missing any of the electrical current. So we've put those 2 wires together. Now I want to tie these 2 wires so that there's no pull at all on the connection we made. Alright, so now all the pull is in the wire, none with a connection. So that is the way that you're supposed to connect poly wire together, just like that. And we can come back and add some electrical tape over that to kind of just secure that a little bit, and we'll be good with it. So let's stretch this, let's finish stretching this one. Ouch. So let's finish stretching this wire up tight, put it on the insulators, and do another one just like that. So we're using several different types of insulators on this project because we've got wooden posts and we've got fiberglass post, and then we got T-post too. So this is a nail-on insulator. So what this does, it allows you to actually have an insulator on the wood post, and we're going to put a hot wire above the field fence too, just help try to keep him in. All right, there's one of them. Yeah.
That ain't funny, man. I know exactly what happened.
So I know somebody's going to notice that I'm using the wrong kind of hammer, and I know I am. This is just the first thing I found, so just go ahead and leave a comment about how crazy that was. You sure are working hard, Cash. It's late in the afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock, about 5 after 5. And we finally got all the fencing part done. I'll show you what we got here. It may be hard to see. Got 1, 2, 3 wires of electric. And we put a space between them right here, about 2 foot in here. And then we added a wire of electric to the top. Our hopes is that we don't feel like if he's jumping, that's the only thing we can figure out how he's getting out of the pasture. I don't feel like he can jump that far. So we're hoping that he'll get a nice good shock here to stay in the pasture, and then we can get him trained to electric and then move him to other pastures of electric. Also, I've read and watched videos and stuff about keeping deer out of your garden, and I know that offset fencing causes a depth perception type thing, and it keeps deer out of your garden. So since deer are kind of a cousin to, since goats are kind of a cousin to the deer, I thought maybe this would have that same perception. There's almost 3 different levels. There's this electric level, there's the field fence level, and then we've got an extended about 6-inch extension out into this area also, and they've raised that about 5 inches or so in height. So we hope that this will keep a goat in. He's too much of a basis for our starter herd to lose him and keep him in, so that's why we went to this work. He's in timeout now. I'll show you that. He's in the stock trailer. He stayed there last night. I thought I'd get everything done today, but I think he'll be fine to stay in there again tonight. He's got food, he's got water, he's got hay and bedding to sleep on, so he'll be fine. He's in the shade, he's not in the sunshine. So this is our plan, and I've got to finish my handle here. So you can see I'm gonna put a gate handle here. It'll be electric there, and then it'll just stop on something here that's not conductive to electricity. Our electricity will start here, and it'll run the entire length of the pasture, and then it'll end here on this post. Our electric will end here, as well as this one here. And that is better and conducts better electricity than having one continuous circuit. There's a beginning and an end of that circuit, and that allows it to be hotter and work better, is the best way I can describe it. I can't give you the facts of why it works better. If you know that, leave me a comment below. Tomorrow we'll finish this up. We'll add the ground rods, we'll put in the charger, we'll run the electricity, and then we'll show you finished up, and then we'll let him in and see how that goes.
Those bees are not a swarm of bees. It's in that tree right there at that trailer. What's his name? Well, I'll tell you.
Robert.
No. Yeah.
We got the fence fixed. Let's take him down and get him out of timeout and see if our nerves can stand the fact that we're just going to let him loose again. But the thing is, if he don't stay in the pasture, he's not going to be that much good to us. So we got to let him out. Let's go see how it goes. I'll show you the final product of the fence, and I'll show you us letting him out. So what we've done, I think I've shown you this already maybe, but what we've done is we've created 1, 2, 3 lines of electric, added us another electric line up here, and then we've got our wire fence there. So we've spread it out far enough that he can't jump over and then jump over the fence. He has to clear both of them. I really think this will keep him in. So hopefully he'll get a nice good shock of about 6,000 to 7,000 volts is what we're running, and then he won't want to mess with it anymore. So let's let him out. Yeah, you better stay in this time. We'll see. Yeah, he's pretty buck. We just got to keep him in the pasture.
Yeah.
Good. What did he do?
He jumped and run back over this way.